Hello, best friend, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all having the most incredible day ever. If this is the first time that you're watching my channel, my name is Sebastian, and I welcome you all with open arms. I do pop culture videos every single day, so if you're looking for a new messy best friend, you have found me. So why don't you grab a snack and a drink, hit that subscribe, best friend, hit that subscribe button, best friend. I always forget to say the button, girl. Maybe that's why 60% of you guys who watch my videos are not subscribed, but girl, please hit that subscribe button. It is the last day of the month. I welcome you guys with open arms. I'm so grateful to be here with you guys and start the month of August with you guys tomorrow, which is so insane that we are in August, but okay, girl, do your thing. We gotta talk, best friend, because I found some TikToks that were very, very alarming. Now, take them with a grain of salt, okay? But this is coming from the roommate of, the alleged roommate of Amanda Bynes. That's right, best friend. Everybody's favorite childhood star. So listen, best friend, I am not sure if this is true, so of course take it with a grain of salt. There are 3 parts to this TikTok, and this is basically talking about somebody who allegedly lives with Amanda Bynes. Again, allegedly. Take a look at this.
Hey y'all, let's do a story time on how I ended up living with your favorite childhood actress while my first year living in LA. Okay, so I'm originally from California, but I left the Bay Area, which is where I'm from, to go to school in Louisiana for 6 years. Long time, but 6 years. After graduation, which was last year in May, I got a job offer to move to LA, and I knew not too much about LA, and I needed to move pretty quickly, so I just grabbed the first apartment I could find, which was basically student housing where they assign you a roommate. So I live in Hollywood. I live near the Stars. I'm not gonna say too much or else you know where I live, but I live near the Stars, and this is an area where there's a lot of people who are on drugs and a lot of homeless people. And if you everyone knows who I'm talking about, but if you go back to September of last year, there was a huge celebrity who we all grew up watching on TV who got caught walking up and down Sunset naked. And 2 weeks later, that was my roommate. Come back for part 2, cause yeah. Part 2 of how I live with your favorite childhood actress and my worst nightmare. So I had been living here for about a month last year in August when a tour came, and this is a 4-bedroom apartment where they literally assign you roommates. It's a co-living, professional living type of situation, similar to a dorm or a student living housing apartment. So one day we get a tour coming into our apartment, and it's somebody who looked familiar to me, but I wasn't able to pinpoint it at that moment. It was a white girl with a tattoo on her face, a heart, and her friend. And they came and looked at one of the empty rooms. They seen that I was pretty nice because I was in the kitchen making a vegan burger. And I think after they came in here, she signed her lease to move in because she thought I was cool. After she left, I was like, she looks familiar, but I couldn't put my finger on it. This is who came into my apartment to get a tour, and this is who ended up moving in and living here and still lives here now. From the very beginning, I was nervous and I was scared because there was an article that came out literally 2 weeks before the move-in stating this. Hold on. So as I told my friends, this is what had happened and this is who was moving into my apartment, I was sent this article that literally was posted about a week or 2 before she moved into my apartment. And if we're being real, I was scared. I was nervous. I was anxious. I didn't know what to expect. I started having bad dreams, and I don't judge anybody for their mental health issues or their past because I suffer from mental health issues as well, but I was nervous. In the beginning, it was not too bad. I feel like we were very cordial. We tried to make conversation and tried to be as friendly as possible. With me not really wanting to be friends, I tried to be as friendly as possible, but then there became little tics and little things that would happen that made me feel like, number 1, my food was being touched. Number 2, I feel like they were trying to freeze me in the house. Number 3, I couldn't breathe in here because of all of the acetone that I felt like it was being put in the vents, which again, might be paranoid, but the house was fuming with acetone. the friends who are coming around, the never sleeping, slamming the doors and being up from literally 6 a.m. to 6 a.m. out and about, slamming the door all throughout the night because you're like literally coming in and out of the house, not being mindful of your roommates. It was insane, and it made living here hell. So it's always crazy to me where I'm always seeing tweets or people like, where is she? Where is she? Where is she? She's here. And I'm not gonna say this person is like crazy. I'm not gonna say this person is doing things that they might not be doing, but the person ain't right. And I know that much. All right, y'all. Part 3 on how I ended up living with your favorite childhood actress and my worst nightmare. So a lot of things came from like the normal roommate issues that you would have. Like, number one, I leave my clothes in the dryer. I'm one of those people that I will forget I have clothes in the dryer, and you gotta remind me. So that's my pet peeve. Like, that's my issue, right? I love to clean, so I'm always cleaning. I don't feel like a girl should take out trash, so I don't touch trash. I usually have a trash in my bathroom that I take out, and if I eat food, I take it straight to our trash chute on the same floor, and I do the dishes. So the trash in the common area, I 8 times out of 10 don't use. I think that became a problem, and there was no communication on, I'm not doing this, you can do that. But it just like we fell into a routine because our third roommate didn't do the dishes or take out the trash. No offense to that person, but he don't do none of those things. So she was taking out the trash, I was doing the dishes. At some point, it became an issue that sometimes I leave my clothes in the dryer, and instead of asking me to take them out, she touched my clothes and was very rude and kind of was talking to me crazy. Especially because I usually choose a specific day that I wash. Like, usually I wash on like a Monday or a Sunday, and this person washes every single day. Don't know why, but every single day. So that caused like our first issues, and right after that, all of my packages started going missing, getting stolen, and I couldn't help but think it was related. So I became paranoid. My stuff in my fridge started tasting weird, and I threw everything out. I tried to report my packages being stolen to the police, and they tried to make it a huge deal. I was like, I feel like I already know who it is. I confronted the person about that. They said it wasn't them. I don't believe that. They asked for my first and last name because they needed the list of names of who lived in their apartment in order to get car insurance, and that is a lie. So I think this person ran a background check on me. I'm pretty sure there's cameras in our house because every single time that I close my bedroom door, somebody's opens, and people will not move around in the apartment, specifically this person, until I move. Like, literally, if I open this door and then I close the door, then the door will open. Or if I'm in the common area cooking, and then I will be cooking for like 30-40 minutes, as soon as I come back into my room, the front door opens. And I'm just convinced, based off of how this person has moved for the past year, there's cameras in our common area. For about 2 weeks straight, I couldn't breathe in the house because of the acetone, because this person was working towards getting their manicurist license. Never got it, but I couldn't breathe in the house. And on top of that, they were saging so much that, again, couldn't breathe. And it was coming through my vents. Don't understand that because it's where our rooms aren't like connected. I don't get it, but it was coming through my vents. Sage and acetone. Now it has literally been months since we've actually spoken words to each other, but it's just constant bickering or like constant like little weird stuff going on. Like, leaving our patio door open, and now we're getting flies, and I'm like, I've never seen flies in this apartment for a whole year, and you're the only person who goes in the patio because you smoke cigarettes or whatever you smoke. Now we're getting flies in the house, so I feel like it's just me constantly being like, can you stop? 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 Can you stop slamming the door? You slam the door every single day. I'm close. I'm not even the closest to the front door, yet my wall shakes every time. And even after I brought it up, all the slamming did was get harder. So that's been my experience. I feel like it's so many other things that's happened within this year, but that's off the top of the dome of how my experience has been living with your favorite childhood actress and my worst nightmare. Terrible first year experience living in LA. I definitely want to move. I'm definitely considering going back to Louisiana. And yeah, on top of that, like, the homelessness is really bad in this area. There's a lot of people who are on drugs, roaming the streets. I've been chased by a homeless person, and I'm with the shenanigans, but it's like, at a certain point, do you really want to be touched and physically active with a homeless person? No, you don't. Walking past people smoking whatever they're smoking, and it's just very uncomfortable being followed by these old men. It's just a terrible area. And you would think, I would think at least, or people who are not from California, people who are not from LA would think, especially living where I live in Hollywood, you would think it's not that bad. But Hollywood, I feel like, it's actually worse than other areas in LA. So yeah, that's my story time.
You see, listen, having the roommate from hell, one thing I don't get is that I thought Amanda Bynes owned a house, right? So I'm not quite sure why she would be like in a student housing, if you will. Let's talk about Amanda Bynes for a second. I've recently, like the past year, I started watching a lot of things from the past, like, just watching old shows from the past, old movies from the past. When that Nickelodeon documentary came out of all the Nickelodeon stars and, you know, just horrible, horrible things that these childhood stars went through, I was kind of mesmerized by Amanda Bynes and how she just, I mean, she seemed beyond her years. But there was always this sort of like sadness behind her eyes. And when her breakdown, if you will, happened, I was very, very, very nervous. I remember when this was happening, I was in school, and I just remember, I remember thinking she's not gonna make it. You know, she's gonna become, you know, a Hollywood, you know, tragic story. And it seemed to me that she tried to turn her life around. Whatever the case is, whether it's mentally or substance, whatever it is, I've always loved Amanda, and rewatching a lot of her things this past year, just kind of, I just watched Easy A the other day with her, and it just shows that, you know, her talent is unmatched. Her talent is untouched. I'm very sad that things turned out this way for her. The conservatorship, you know, very similar stories, you know, to Britney, if you will. I have heard of things around town of Amanda, and some are good, some are saying she's doing great, and some are not so great, like this alleged roommate. I just pray for the best for Amanda, and I pray that she finds peace, and that she finds happiness, and that she finds joy and light and love and calmness. You know what I mean? That's like the one thing I wish for. Now, this roommate videos, again, I'm not sure if it's true or not, but, you know, if it is, like, I couldn't imagine it, you know? Like, I can't imagine. I mean, some of the behavior that she's saying, and the nails, the acetone or whatever it's called, Amanda Bynes has been in school to become a manicurist or whatever, a nail technician. So, I mean, yeah, acetone, I guess they use that for nail polish. So, yeah, I mean, there's definitely details in there that you're like, that definitely could be Amanda. But I'm just wondering how she ended up in a student housing. Like, that's how I'm trying to figure that out, right? Because I know she was in FIDM, to become a designer for some years. I know she has her home, right? I just don't know how she ended up in a student housing. So I don't know if I necessarily believe these videos, but I just found it to be so, you know, out there, and just so sad if this is the case. Because, I mean, according to this person, Amanda, then it doesn't seem like she's doing great. And it makes me sad, because I know that there's a lot of us who love Amanda and who want her to do good. But I don't know, best friend. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys. I could not imagine knowing that Amanda Bynes is my roommate. Like, I would try and become her best friend. Like, I really would. But according to that girl, they allegedly don't get along. And after this video, I'm sure, I don't know how they're going to get along now. But yeah, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys. I do pray for Amanda. You know, even if she never comes back to Hollywood, I pray that she just finds peace and love and joy. And like I said, calmness. Because when you have calmness, I think that's when you can be like chill about everything. So anyways, I love you all so much. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye.